Republicans have pulled back from proposed changes to the state's open records law.
Democrats argued the revisions weren't necessary and they stifled government transparency.
The I-Team's Jermont Terry is here to explain how the open records law allows us to help you, the viewer. Right, Jermont?
Yeah, Charles. Anyone can file an open records request to find out what government workers and elected officials are doing. The governor argues revisions are needed for the privacy of those government workers. And while those rush open record changes won't happen in this budget, experts insist any changes could compromise your right to know.
If you work for Wisconsin government in any capacity, either on the local or state level, the public has access to what you do.
We've had some kind of access to government principle embedded in our law since before the Civil War.
The push to change Wisconsin open records law caught the attention of many, including Marquette media law professor Eric Uglin.
You might not be the person who goes down to the courthouse or goes to the legislature to get access to this information, but it's important to you, or should be, that somebody is doing that. So that's why we need journalists.
Under the proposed changes, the law would have given lawmakers broad legal privileges. It would have allowed them to not release records in lawsuits and essentially keep the public from getting information they wanted private. Are you allowed to take these long of breaks? Through open records, the I-Team keeps taxpayers informed of wrongdoing.
This I-Team investigation raises valid questions, in your opinion?
There's no doubt about it.
Such was the case in our investigation into DPW workers. It was through open records the I-Team verified the garbage worker who spent hours at home and his partner were paid for time they never worked.
When's the first time you looked at these records of fire drills?
When I got a public records request.
So it was us?
Yes.
And with the I-Team's request for records from schools, we revealed districts were not performing the mandated fire drills, essentially putting our children at risk. Uglin says with limited access, this type of information may never be revealed.
So every time the government, or people acting on our behalf, act in private or try to close off access to information, they're taking away some of our power.
Now, Uglin adds there are times when records should be denied to the public, but only in extreme circumstances. It is usually decided by the courts and not lawmakers. We should point out that Governor Walker plans to revisit this issue at a later time.
Yeah, the key word here is transparency.
That's what it's about.
Expected.
Okay, thank you, Jermont.
No problem.
Well.